Let me show you the cause of the farlands. The farlands happened because of a error when Minecraft was using the noise. In versions before Infidef 2010-03-27, the farlands generated at 33,554,432 due to there being a flat noise scale or two-dimensional noise scale two-dimensional noise scale of 1024 and 33,554,432 times 1024 equals 34,359,738,359, which causes chunks to go crazy, and it generated a flat farlands. Some people say that if you go about 1,024 blocks into them, you will see the tunnels, but I'm not sure if that's true because the noise scale is 1,024, not the tunnels don't generate till 1,024 blocks. But in versions after that, the farlands generated when the 3D noise, which is now 171.103, started overflowing, causing these weird tunnels to generate, and often they change until 1,004,065,920, where the farlands turned into the farlands because of a slight overflow in the main noise scale. If you change the coordinate scale, the farlands will generate at a different place, but if you keep the coordinate scale the same, but change the main noise scale in customized presets, the farlands will generate at different points, because the farlands is an overflow of the main noise scale with the normal noise scale, causing them to lose all their detail because the noise scale is stretching out forever. It got stuck. The corner farlands generate, and actually these giant tunnels generate in a weird way. Now, actually, in the corner farlands, but depending on the giant space, it depends on how high and low the high and low noise was. These diagonal lines, which cut into the corner edge farlands and eventually the corner farlands, actually do sometimes generate. Now, if you go to 1,004,065,920, you will see the same sort of thing, as there was no diagonal lines. But anyways, what? Well, sometimes a corner can be blocky. In Bedrock Edition, about everything in Bedrock Edition is just floats. Oh, it's 32-bit floats. What causes the repetitive Bedrock Edition farlands is that when they become repetitive, it's actually that the 32-bit is still generating, and the tunnels are actually just stuck. Why am I forgetting what I'm gonna say? The 32-bit part is still going, making the tunnels change from the inside, while the tunnels actually repeat due to the precision lost in the 32-bit floats. The Fringelands in Bedrock Edition generate because the 32-bit part is still going while the float part is stuck, causing the terrain, and the terrain is sampled once every 4 blocks, and on the Y it's 8. in modern Minecraft, even though on the Y it used to be 4, and on the and going sideways, so it was 8. And which causes the fringe lands to generate once every eight blocks. Wait, this diagonal line is actually the exact same diagonal line on the top, but just underground. That's something weird. Now, when you go into the farlands, the fringe lands generate once every 4 blocks because that's how it was made to be. It generates with all these weird artifacts because those are the remainder of a farlands terrain. And you can actually see them normally, and they don't generate in the stripe lands on the X, but they do in the Z. And the Java Edition fringe lands start generating around 6.923 E49 because that's where I got when I saw the first sign of degrading, or 12,559,912 in Bedrock Edition. I saw the first point of degrading happen, and it's pretty weird. Because in Java Edition you can't normally see this, but another thing is that the artifacts never change unless if you count the changing fartherlands, and also the artifacts actually generate with a normal terrain. They're a lot blockier actually, but sometimes they generate in the shape of farlands terrain, which is pretty weird. And in Bedrock Edition, the fringelands change because just about everything in Bedrock Edition is used for floats. The reason why Windows 10 Edition Beta does not have is because of all of these. It's because it's handling these things. The way the Windows 10 Edition Beta was coded was that at the 32-bit floats, when they actually overflowed, they will go to the negative part and keep on going, causing nothing to appear in the old versions, and in the new versions there will be a sky grid in the Z. And also they degrade instantly. Wow, this is pretty cool. Wow, these. My map is full of weird farlands. Like, what sort of corner spawn is this? In older versions, also, the fringe lands did generate, but you were never able to see them. Also in the early Infinite builds, because they degraded entirely because of there being no artifacts in them. Now the sky fringe lands just generate once every 8 blocks because of how the sky noise is sampled, and it's actually in 2. If you set the sky noise to 1, you will see the normal farlands. Set it to 2, you will see the old farlands in Minecraft. That's all I've got to show you now.